So if you're confused about what was just happening, don't worry, we're gonna get to that. First off, today is a very special EpAIsode. Listen, man, we have a recurring guest. Here, come here.
Oh, all right. Who's ready? Who's ready to YouTube? Who's ready to video?
Okay, so now that we have Garrett here,
Now that I am here,
now that he's here, I can go ahead.
the video can start.
I can go ahead and explain the concept of today's episode.
Now, mind you, I don't know the concept, so I'm going in blind. You know, just going with the flow. You know how.
Yeah,
it
so
is.
that way I can both explain to you and this guy. So
And me.
concept. What we're gonna be doing today is for the entire episode, I have had an AI lay out entirely what I'm going to do for every bit of list, every experiment, every subject. Not the script itself, what I say for every word, not any sort of improv that we have, and not specific jokes, but it has everything like outlined. So obviously that's going to be chaotic. I have quite a lot of stuff here I need to get through, so this is going to be we're going to be kind of going fast here. All right, so do you have anything to say about this? I just want to hear what your thoughts are after hearing that.
I just want to let it be known that I don't like the fact that we're trusting an AI to do this. I think they're going to use this as a way to overrun the entirety of humanity and basically start the Terminator franchise.
All right, and before we start, in case you're curious, how I did this was I went to a site called AIdungeon.com. Typically that is used for storytelling, but if you just prompt the AI to give you like a top 10 list, it'll do it. So I used that to get the just most inane bullcrap of all time. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into this. First list. So here's 10 subject matters for an easy to do experiment of a master class level. We have 10 of these that I had the AI generate. Number 10, that is paper airplane making. Quite nice. Number 9 is breakdancing. Number 8, rock, paper, scissors. We're gonna figure out how to do that good. Number 7, recycling. Number 6, origami. Number 5 is crying. Number Alright, here's what I prompted the AI. Top 10 strategies to crush your opponents in paper airplane making and win the paper airplane trophy. Number 1, you use the big cheese. Number 2, you use the big cheese. Number 3, you use the big cheese. Number 4, you use the big cheese. Number 5, you use the big cheese. Number 6, you use the big cheese. Number 7, you use the big cheese. Number 8, you use the big cheese. Number 9, you use the big cheese. And number 10, you use the big cheese. So now that we're done with that, we're gonna go ahead and review that one real fast. So Garrett, what is your opinion on how well that airplane worked?
The big cheese. The big cheese. There's no reason for that to be funny. It's 3 words.
Oh, I can't believe the AI just... I'm not even joking. I didn't tamper with this. For all 10 steps, it just said, you use the big cheese. What?
The big cheese commands us all.
For steps 1 through 10, my rating, it didn't affect it that much. Probably added more weight. It's probably a 5 for me. What about you?
The big cheese gets a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Next one. The next list my AI came up with was top 10 epic strategies to use to improve your whack breakdancing moves on to the next level. Number 10, you use a combination of all of the above. Number 9, you do small hops in between push-ups. Number 8, you spin on the spot. Number 7, you do a split. Number 6, you jump while spinning.
Capitalism has ruined what America should have been.
Number 5, you do a cartwheel. Number 4, you fall backwards while spinning. Number 3, you bend over and touch your hands to the floor. Number 2, you go on all fours. Number 1, you make a break for it. Time for reviews. Garrett.
Open wide, it's review time.
I gotta ask, which one was your favorite?
My favorite of the 10, I gotta admit, making a break for it is the best because that's sort of the way I approach any situation. I'm at a job offer, run. Making, dinner in the kitchen, run. Dancing, perhaps break dancing, and, you start spinning and then you fall backwards, run.
Well, I think that makes perfect sense. That's what the AI ranked as number 1. So I mean, yeah, it makes sense for you to be, a favorite. Mine personally, I thought all of your spinning was great. Honestly, great job on the cartwheel, by the way. That was great.
I did great on the cartwheel. I guess you could call it a great wheel.
Yeah. Honestly, the cartwheel might be my favorite. I mean, come on. That breakdancing moves does the best.
I did really good there.
Yeah. All right, now on to the next one. All right, so for the next one, Garrett, I'm gonna let you read it. So go ahead.
I get to read it?
Yes.
Finally, time to practice my reading skills. I've been struggling a lot lately, but I think I'm getting there. Top 10 ways to beat your dumb opponents at rock, paper, scissors. Number 1, you rock. Number 2, you paper. Number 3, you scissors. Number 4, you geek.
I've got Brandana personality. I wear my glasses sincerely and my t-shirts ironically. Yeah.
Number 5, you monkey wrench. Number 6, you spear. Number 7, you zap. May God's might strike you down. Zoop. Number 8, you spaz. Number 9, you bork. Oi, Raggy, you want Scooby-Doo snack, Raggy? You know you want your new memory machine? Saw ghosts and killers, murderers, ghosts and demons, and maybe crack open a bottle of Scooby-Doo snack or two, just enjoy the sunset while it lasts, Raggy. Number 10, you're stupid. No, I'm not.
What's now? All right, so since we went ahead and did all of them, which one?
Bork.
That's his favorite. All right, so my favorite, the one I think was the best scientifically, was I think the best rock paper scissors method was the monkey wrench. I don't think there's any way they can dodge that attack.
Oh.
All right, and moving on to the next list, top 10 ways to make your private recycling life even better than it was before, also known as how to recycle better. Number 10, you glue pieces of the pages of 2 books and hope your opponent doesn't notice. You find a shiny quarter on the ground and hide it in your pocket. Number 8, you take a pencil and draw a picture of your opponent on a piece of paper and burn it. Number 7, you eat a penny. Number 6, you tie a ribbon around a bottle. Number 5, you throw rocks at your opponent. Number 4, you try and find the bathroom on your own. Number 3, you steal an apple, then throw it at your opponent. Number 2, you hide your apple in your stomach. Number 1, you ask your opponent if they're ready.
Are you ready? Where could my apple have possibly gone to? If only I could hear it now.
So now we're done with that. Garrett, what was your favorite?
Easily top 10 out of the 10 of these is my top 10. My top 10 favorite ones are my favorite one's probably number 10, then probably number 9, and then 8, and then 7, then 6, then 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. I think in the end what really matters is that they really all collectively worked all top 10 ways together. In the top 10, they all top 10'd each other, and it was really great. The top 10 was honestly the best part of it.
I agree, but what was your favorite one?
Top 10.
Good job. All right. My favorite was hiding the apple in my stomach because that was a good apple.
I couldn't find the apple.
Next list. Top 10 ways to improve your origami skills.
No, it's my reading time. top 10 ways to improve your origami skills completely free of charge, unless you want to give us money. Number 10, use the demon of... What? Go ahead. Use the demon approach, that is folding with moist paper rather than the traditional dry stuff. You start by crumbling up a small piece of paper. You tear a page out of an old book. You rip a piece off the bottom of an old sheet. You use a pencil to crease the paper. You use the corner of the table. You use a calculator. You use your hands. You throw the paper at the ceiling. You try to fold again.
All right, so now we're gonna review.
Praise God.
We're just gonna say our what we think is the best. Honestly, the demon approach is just top notch. What about you?
For me, I think throwing the paper at the ceiling was the best one because I think it really encapsulates what the show is really just all about. And what it is about is causing absolute chaos and mayhem and just basically reigning anarchy all across America.
That is true. How come you sound so low energy while saying that?
Because it's the truth. No time for energy, only time for the truth.
Well said. Now, moving on to the next one. My turn to read them.
How many more do you have?
Shut up, Dylan.
Yeah, shut up, Dylan! Top 10 ways to cry better, yielding better results. Number 10, you put on an inspiring song. Number 9, you stomp your feet. Number 8, you clench your eyes shut, then throw yourself on the floor. Number 7, you dance around and around. Number 6, you take a deep breath, then start screaming. Number 5, you stomp your feet faster. Number 4, you shake your fists and scream. Number 3, you jump up and down. Number 2, you put your hands over your ears. Number 1, you give a big yawn.
My father left me.
Alright, so, what were your thoughts? Which is your favorite?
That was the first time I cried in 15 years.
That is, you were that old.
Actually, I'm 16.
Cool.
I cried when I was proud.
Which one is your favorite, huh?
I like stomping my feet because it makes me feel like Godzilla.
Yeah. My personal favorite? I liked the inspiring song. It's a pastime for me to listen to that. Okay, now, top 10 ways to end the show. The host says, "Dude, I'm a goner for sure." Host stands up, realizes his pants are down around his ankles, and tries to cover them. Host points the camera in the general direction of the ceiling, then falls backwards. Number 7, the host stands up, realizes his pants are around his ankles, then tries to cover them. That's the same as number 9. Number 6, the host asks his viewers to give him a hand. "Can you give me a hand?" Number 5, the host says, "I am the host." Number 4, the host falls in the water. The host gets angry at his guest. Garrett, what the heck is wrong with you? I mean, come on, dude, this show is supposed to be professional. I'm trying here, and then you just come on and ruin. Get out! Get out! The host eats a large amount of Spam. Number 1, the host cries.
Crying is actually very emotionally healthy. It is proven that it actually helps with stress and anxiety of any kind. Crying helps you get out all of your emotions. It is completely normal and natural human activity that should not be stigmatized in the way that it is. Crying is healthy, and people should cry whenever they feel like they need to cry. It's a healthy way to experience emotions, and frankly, any way to do it. Especially really crying, just really crying. Crying is healthy, and don't ever think otherwise.
We did it, Garrett! We did the AI. We experimented with an AI.
Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. And now for a word from my sponsors.
No, let me do this. So, thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Please subscribe. This took way too long to make.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Do it.
Now on to my sponsors.
Splash.
Oh no! Water! thank you to Troy Build Homes for sponsoring this video. Troy Build Homes, if you ever need a built home to be yours, then go to Troy. He's my friend down here in Tennessee, so unfortunately if you don't live here, it's not much use to you. But seriously though, if you can, please go give him go get him for your houses, because you know he's just one guy with his business, and that would help him a lot. Thank you again to him. Thank you to Lisa Quiggle with Parks Realty for sponsoring this video as well. See, Parks Realty with Lisa Quiggle, they sell houses. You know, they look for ones for you. So you know, go get her to do that. She's the exact same. I know her well, and she's just by herself for the job. You know, she works with Parks Realty. That's not what I mean, though. So if you need a house, also go to her. I mean, it works. Now, I guess that's the end of the video. Bye!